Cavs did in fact take Evan Mobley with the 3rd overall pick and introduced him to the Cleveland media earlier today.
At 3, we were elated to be able to draft a young man of his potential. And I think his impact is going to be immediate. And, we want to move this thing forward. We want to take a step forward next year. We need to supplement with some good vets as well. But we have some high goals in mind for this young group that's super talented, and to be able to add Evan at 3, we're tremendously fortunate.
I try not to focus on all the pressure. I just want to come here, do the best I can, and just get a lot of wins, and hopefully become Rookie of the Year or get a lot of Rookie of the Months throughout this whole entire process. There's weight, definitely, but I try not to focus on that too much.
Let's bring in Chris Fedor, Cavs beat reporter for the Plain Dealer and cleveland.com. Chris, you were at the Cavs press conference when they announced Evan Mobley. Takeaways from the pick and how happy the Cavs are to have him.
Yeah, Dave, you can tell that they're thrilled about this possibility and what it means for the Cavs moving forward. And I think at the end of the day, like the minute that they moved up to number 3 in the draft lottery, they knew that this rebuild had an opportunity to ascend and go in a different direction. Because this is the position in the draft that they hadn't been in the previous 3 years to get this kind of player. Koby Altman called him a transformative talent. I've heard him be referred to as a unicorn. A lot of people are predicting all-star potential for this kid. So you can tell the excitement that's coming out of general manager Koby Altman and head coach JB Bickerstaff. There's more hope, I think, attached to the franchise today. And that's no offense to Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Jared Allen even. Some of the guys that are considered the young core of this team, some of the guys that the Cavs have drafted in the previous 3 years. But there are levels to this sort of thing. And before last night, the Cavs didn't have the building block. They didn't have the centerpiece of this rebuild. Now they do. And it's with a guy who has the kind of unique versatility and skill set that fits in today's NBA in a great, great way, where the Cavs can do a variety of different things offensively and defensively that they couldn't before last night.
The other thing is he's young and only going to get better. 19, I believe, is his age. So a 19-year-old 7-footer who has the ability to dribble pretty well, play defense. I mean, there's just a lot to like. And he's 19. Did we mention he's 19?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like there are guys that are like him, but the guys that are most like him are Giannis, Chris Bosh, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. Like, you don't like to make those kinds of comparisons and attach those to such a young kid, but those are the players that play like him, move like him. Dave, this is a 7-footer who can do backflips like Simone Biles. This is a 7-footer who, if he reaches his arms out, and I saw it in person today at Cleveland Clinic Courts, you feel like he takes up the entire paint because he's got a 7'4" wingspan. This is a guy who sometimes when he blocks shots, his head is getting close to the top of the backboard. It's just, 7-footers are not supposed to be able to move like him and do the things that he can do. And on top of that, Dave, he passes the ball like a guard because he grew up playing guard. He had a late growth spurt, so he's got guard-like skills in terms of passing ability, in terms of handles. I talked to his high school coach who said back in high school, they did these drills. They were ball handling, speed, agility drills with cones. Evan Mobley, close to 7 feet tall, outperformed every single guard on the roster in drills that are designed for guards to thrive. That's the kind of player that we're talking about here. There's a reason why people call him a unicorn.